For the last few months, I've been working on this top-down 2D game. Wait, did you see that? Going to the back of the hills looks terrible. I need to fix this immediately. I saw this video by John BRX where they took their game and changed the back end to work in 3D just to add elevation. And considering that is the biggest problem for my game, I should do something similar. But I'm not skilled enough to make it work in 3D just in the back end, so that is why I'm going to spend the next 3 weeks of my life reworking the whole game. For this video, I'm going to break it down into two main parts. The first being, in the 2D version, the world chunks are made through auto-tiling, which caused a big like spike when loading them in. For the new version, I chose to make them out of individual tiles varying directly in height, which didn't take too long to add as the world generation already stored the heights for each tile. So all I had to do was create a tile and then put it in the world chunk in its designated position. But oh no! It's too hard to tell when the tile goes down from behind, making it like an invisible wall. My main fix for this at the moment is to make the tiles lower down darker using cool shader magic. It is still not perfect, but it's a start. Changing the dungeon into 3D isn't too dissimilar from how I changed the world. I can use the same dungeon generator that I made previously, of which I didn't really describe the best last time. So here is a quick rundown. I created a big list, I put a room into the middle of it, that is the start room. Then I made the array kind of 2D using maths. The algorithm then walked in random directions adding rooms as it goes, and when placing a room, I got the previous placed room and stored its direction. And when the dungeon is big enough, I make the end room. And done! I can now use this to make the rooms physically in the game. And doing this didn't cause too much trouble either. I just made a base room scene and set its world position based on the position it was in the array. I then added corridors in the connecting directions that was set when generating. The tricky part of the dungeon though was making it look good, so I've came up with this so far. I think it gives off the vibes of being in a Skylanders portal. What do you guys think? All that doesn't mean making procedural dungeons isn't a tricky task though. I've just already made one for this project once and attempted it in many other failed projects, one of them even being on this channel. The transition to 3D wasn't actually as painful as I expected it to be. The main problem I had was loading too many tiles at once, which was solved for now using some basic object pooling and only loading half of the side chunks. The other main problem I had was rendering of transparents, which is something I had never had to think about before being primarily a 2D developer. I still don't understand it, but it doesn't cause any problems for now. Also, the hub basically looks the same as it did before. The fog is just secretly stretched though, but it's not really noticeable in game. Overall, I think making it into 3D was a good idea, because it has opened up a lot more ideas for me, and I also got the chance to make my own pathfinding using flow fields. Have a good day and subscribe!